When have you been almost? When have you almost done something? Think about whatever that thing is. See, almost is a diseased word. It's a diseased word. Almost is a word that is completely steeped in fear. Because for the most part, most things that you go for are actually achievable. And if you've ever gone for something and you haven't achieved it, but you almost got there, usually what that means is right before the breakthrough happened, that defeat feeling, that defeatist mentality that is only bred in fear. See, fear is a disease. I need you to understand this, everyone. The most pervasive disease is not heart attacks, it's not cancer. That's what medical journals say. Fear is the most pervasive, debilitating disease in the world. The number of those afflicted, billions of people are afflicted by the disease of fear. And the thing about fear is that it paralyzes you from everything you know you truly want. Yet the most powerful thing about fear is that it has no physical form. It has no tangible. You can't look and see fear. You can't, they say smell fear. You can't even smell fear. Yet it is real for people in their minds. Whatever they fear stops them. I know people who refuse to drive at night because of fear of an accident. Yet they never had an accident at night. People are afraid to fly, never crash, afraid of snakes, never bitten. Fear. Afraid of things that have never happened, ever. Or happened so long ago, it doesn't even matter anymore. If I come up to you and I pinch you as hard as I can right now, it's going to hurt right now. But if I pinched you in 2007 and you're still talking about it in 2018, it means you're suffering. There's a difference between pain and suffering. Pain is what happens in the moment. Suffering is you extending the conversation beyond that moment so that you can be paralyzed in victimhood. That's what suffering is. And you see it all the time. People suffer. Now, I'm not saying their feelings aren't real. Feelings are real. They're as real as you can touch yourself. When you feel something, you're designed as a machine to feel certain things. Like you're a human being. You have a certain design to you. One of the greatest gifts we have is the ability to feel. That's one of the greatest gifts that we have. We have the ability to touch, to feel. We can feel something. That's what's incredible about being a human being. However, when the feelings you feel hold you hostage and stop you from moving forward, now that's when your feelings are destructive. Because that's when your feelings are taking on a road of becoming almost. There's singers. There are amazing singers that never sang a song. There are amazing actors that never ended up on TV. They could say to themselves all day, well, I was in a play back in, it does not matter. What it takes for you to break through to the other side is breaking through the world of almost. Breaking through the world of fear. It's about, in the moment, when you're at your greatest fear for the thing you know that you're supposed to be doing, you must take action in that moment. How you destroy fear is you must, in the moment of your great fear of the thing you know you should be doing. Now look, I'm not saying you're afraid of lions, so go hang out in a cave. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you got something that's a goal of yours that you know you're supposed to be doing, whatever that goal is. Whatever that goal is. that you know you're supposed to be doing. And you can feel yourself, as the thought of it comes forward to you, you can feel yourself getting anxious. I'm telling you, you got to do it in that moment. In that moment, in that very second, right when you're feeling it, you have to attack it. Why? Because fear is neutralized by action. Most people think, I've got to get brave and then I'll do the thing. No, you've got to do the thing to get brave. You've got to do the thing to get brave. And you can use fear as your friend if you're smart enough and brave enough to do it. Let's say you've got an important client call and it's a big deal, but you've been procrastinating. Why? Because fear held you down. Your fear held you away from the phone. The phone looked like an alligator because of your fear. If I were you, I would use that fear in a conversation. I would use that fear and I'd get on the phone and say, hey Mike, how are you? This is James. Look, I just wanted to give you a call. Man, before we get anything, let me tell you something. I've been terrified of making this phone call. For weeks, I've been terrified of making this phone call. But I had to make this phone call. I had to get over myself because I need your help. I need a huge favor. Now, during the course of that conversation, that person's going to be thinking, what are you scared of? You see, usually the people you fear and the things you fear, let's just say the people you fear, they're questioning, what are you afraid of? They don't understand it. They don't know that whole thing was made up in your head. They don't know that that whole conversation in your head never happened with them. And when they know that you're actually afraid to call them, they actually become sympathetic. Like, are you okay? Like, what's wrong? Are you all right? What do you need? You see, fear is not always has to be your enemy. Fear can be your friend. Fear can be your motivator. Growing up, money was an issue at a certain point in time in my family's life, a very, very big issue. Very big. And I remember that time very clearly, and I used that time of us being afraid of money as a motivator. It drives me, because I remember sitting at home having sandwiches with mayo, like bread and mayo, and like that was it. And those moments are very clear to me. They're embedded in my conscience. Now, I'm not suffering from those moments. Those moments are empowering for me. I'm empowered by that thought to get up and go. I'm empowered by that thought to get up and go, to not sit back, because, you know, we all have wolves that are at the door that are waiting for your fear to take over so that they can devour you. Fear is a disease. Fear is a wolf at your door waiting for you to give in, because the moment you give in, it will devour you. It will take your dreams and snatch them out of your body. The goals, the self-esteem you have will disappear behind the veil of fear. Self-esteem cannot coexist in a body that is a fearful body. Now, on the flip side, fear cannot exist in a body that takes action. Courageous people aren't courageous because they're courageous. They're courageous because they take action in the face of fear. They are afraid and they take action to overcome that fear in order to move themselves forward, because they don't want to be paralyzed by fear. The person who's afraid of swimming, who takes lessons. The person who's afraid of flying, who gets on the plane. The person who's afraid to call that client or that customer or that potential business partner and makes the phone call anyway. The person who's afraid to step out there but steps out there anyway. That's courage. That's courage. It's not the stuff you see on TV. It's everyday courage. And so we ask you today to take a step today of everyday courage. Where is an area that you've been almost? Where is an area that you've allowed fear to literally suck the oxygen out of your day. That you've been paralyzing yourself. Not it's just paralyzing you. You've allowed it to paralyze you, and you've not had yourself move forward because it felt so real. You felt the rejection. You felt the disappointment. Yet the funniest thing is nothing's happened to you. No one's rejected you today. No one's disappointed you today. You just woke up. You just got started with us on this pod. Let's call it this conference call. You're here, right? So if that's the case, what action can you take literally when you get off this line? What action? What is the thing that you have to do in order to slap fear in the face? You got to slap, when I was growing up, I saw a fight, and it wasn't a fight. It was two guys, and one guy said something, and the other guy slapped this other guy in the face, and I just thought that was the most disrespectful thing. It wasn't even a punch. It was a slap in the face. I remember, I don't know how old I was, maybe like 8, maybe 8 or 9. And even then I knew that was disrespectful. Well, I'm asking you today to slap fear square across the jawline, so it goes from one side of the jaw, down the jaw, across the lip, down to the other side of the mouth. I'm asking you to do something when this call is done that you've known that you should have been doing, but you've allowed fear to stand in between you and that thing that you know you should be doing. I'm asking you to slap it hard. You can use the front of your hand or the back of your hand, whatever that thing is. Matter of fact, use the back of your hand. That's even more disrespectful. I'm asking you to use the back of your hand and slap fear in the face today by taking an action that you know you should take and getting it done. Because on the other side of that are the goals and the dreams of the life that you truly want. That's the truth. On the other side of fear is everything you truly want. It's waiting for you to say enough. I'm tired of being scared. I'm tired of being hesitant. I'm tired of having self-doubt. I'm tired of having my self-esteem eroded day after day after day. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm ready to move forward in my life, and I cannot move forward if I allow fear to anchor me down. I'm willing to take that lower self and eliminate it for this moment today and give myself the self-esteem that comes when I conquer fear. A great life is on the other side of it. We all have one life. So let's make it a great life. When we're done this conference call, take an immediate action. An immediate action. Make the call you've been talking about making, thinking about making, and all the while not making. Show yourself what you're capable of and slap fear in the face. Now here's the great thing about the results. I'll leave you with this. It's not what they do in response to you. It's what you're doing for yourself. Look, it doesn't matter what their responses are. It's that you're doing it for your self-esteem. You're taking action for your self-esteem. It's not about just their yes or their no. Yes, we want them all. We want everyone to say yes to you. You make money with the yes. You grow with the no. That's the truth. So it's not just what they say to you. It's that you're taking an action to overcome that lower self to show your higher self what you're capable of. So with that, everyone, I appreciate being on the call. Take an action today, because everything you want is on the other side of fear. Take care. God bless.